Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Gwen. I wanted to take some time to talk to you about the role of the school counselor. With the transition, I know that everyone is making right now in regards to COVID. Some students are going to be back in the building full time. Some students will be distance learning at home full time. And then others will be doing a hybrid where they will be in school part of the time and they will be home at home part of the time. So the role of the school counselor is super important because we can help students and parents who are struggling or having some issues with the transition in regards to what students are going to be doing in school in the fall. And not just during this time, but at all times. I oftentimes, as a counselor, would get parents that would come in when students were referred to me and they would say, I never had a school counselor when I was in school. What exactly does a school counselor do? Like, is my child going to be getting therapy? What exactly are they saying that my child needs to see, a psychiatrist? What exactly is it that you do? So I wanted to just take some time to talk to you about how students can be supported through the counselor's office. So one of the things that I would do every year to just explain my role to students was I would actually bring a toolbox, a real toolbox, just like the one you see here. It's the actual toolbox that I would bring. On the front, it had my name, and on the back, it had school counselor, my role in the school. So I have a lot of little things inside to visuals because I work primarily with elementary students, and they often can say, "Oh, the counselor helps you when you're in trouble," or which is somewhat true, but not. Um, and then also, they could tell me that the counselor helped with feelings, but they couldn't tell me a whole lot of other things that the counselor did. Just even though they know because you do, but unless you come to the counselor for that thing specifically, they couldn't always tell me. So I wanted them to know, like, whatever they were having problems with, that as the counselor, I was here to help. So I'm going to just share here. I'm going to leave this on the screen, but I'm going to actually talk to you about what each one of those things are. So one of the things in the toolbox is the heart. So I would tell students that a counselor has a big heart, and we have love for everyone in the school. We help all students. We also help the teachers, and we help parents as well. But I wanted the students to know that I was there for each and every one of them. So the heart was something that I would share with them. And then I would bring um, some type of teddy bear or stuffed animal. And I would just say that I teach you how to manage your emotions, because sometimes our emotions gets us into trouble. So emotions is just another way to say feelings. I wanted students to know that all feelings are okay. If you're angry, it's okay to be angry because sometimes things happen that make us angry. It's okay to be sad because sometimes things happen that make us really sad. But it's not okay when we're sad or we're angry to hit someone or to kick someone or to say mean things. So the counselors help you manage some of those emotions that maybe sometimes get us in trouble. Another great distinction here was they sometimes would confuse the counselor with the principal, because they would say, I go to the counselor when I'm in trouble, because oftentimes they did. But I would say, when the principal sends you to talk to me, you go to the principal when you're in trouble. You may come and talk to me later, because the principal may say you did something inappropriate or you made a bad choice, and the principal knows that the counselor can help you make better choices so that you manage your emotions appropriately instead of inappropriately by doing something wrong. So the counselor helps you manage emotions. And then I had an eraser in there, and that goes great with that. I would say the counselor helps you erase mistakes, because sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes to erase a mistake, all it takes is simply saying, "I'm sorry." If you hit someone, maybe you need to go and apologize and, talk about that. Or maybe if you said something mean or did something mean, "I'm sorry," erases a lot of mistakes. So we talk about that. And then I have puzzle in here with Dory, but the puzzle actually says that the counselor helps you solve problems. So whether you're having problems at home, you're having problems at school, you're having problems with your friends, you're having problems doing your work, whatever it is that you're having a problem with, the counselor can help you solve that problem, or she knows someone who can. So a counselor is a great place to start. So we would have a puzzle in there. And then I had a smiley face, and the counselor helps you feel happy, because we don't want anyone feeling sad, especially not when you're at school. If you're sad at school because you maybe don't have friends, maybe no one's sitting with you at lunch, maybe you're not doing as well on your spelling test as you would like, or things are bothering you at home at night, you can't seem to fall asleep, you just lay in bed, so you're having trouble sleeping. So whatever the issue is, a counselor can help with that. So I just used a little smiley face to remind them that the counselor really wants them to be happy. And then I have in there some stickers, and it says that the counselor helps you stick to your goals, whatever your goal is, whatever you're trying to do to improve and to be better. If you set goals, then the counselor is going to help you with that. Maybe you want to do better in math next semester. Maybe you want to be a good sportsman. You have trouble losing, or maybe you want help managing your emotions. So whatever it is, whatever your goal is, no matter how big or small, the counselor is there to help with that. And then I have a little kindness rock. And so the counselor actually helps you to build character. So character are those things like learning to be kind, being trustworthy, being dependable, being respectful, all of those character words. We talk about that. And each kindness actually is a book that I really love to read to the students every year. And sometimes after we read the book, we all make kindness rocks. So later on, they'll say, "Oh, Dr. Martin, I remember when you came to our class and you brought that rock up." I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And now we're all going to make one. And so that you can have it as a constant reminder to be kind, because kindness rocks. So we have the little each kindness about building character. And then I have some bubbles in there, and I just tell students that I teach them how to have fun. Not all students are social butterflies. Not all of them have a lot of friends. So I teach them how to have fun, whether it's by themselves or with a group. Some kids are just introverts and they're not the most happy people, and that's okay. But I want them to know ways that they can have fun, and I want them to have fun. Especially some of my students who are only children. So when they go home, sometimes, they're just in the house by themselves. There's some things that you can do to entertain yourself. Doesn't always, and not that your parents aren't fun, they're fun too, but there are some things that you can do by yourself. So the counselor teaches you about having fun. And then I have some different hats. So I have a construction hat, I have an army hat, I have a fireman hat, which I don't have right here with me. But I tell students that counselors help them teach them about careers, and a career is just what you want to be when you grow up. So we talk about how I'm a counselor and how I'm telling them my role. So maybe they want to be a counselor when they grow up, or maybe they want to be like their teacher, Miss Jones, when they grow up. And then we talk about some other careers that they maybe want to be. So that the counselor helps them um, reach their goal in becoming whatever it is they want to be when they grow up. And then I have some coins, or usually a coin, where I tell them that all of them are very valuable. They're worth a lot, not just how much these coins are worth, but it's symbolic, and that everyone has value and adds value to their class. They also add value to their family. So we talk about that. And then I have a letter in there, and I tell them this is a big word. The A stands for academics. And academics just means that it talks about your subject areas like art, oh, not art, like math and science and social studies. Art is a class that you go to, but that's not one of your primary academic subjects. So math, science, social studies, reading. So if you're not doing as well as you would like to do in one of your classes, then the counselor can help you with that. Even if it's art, even art, music, PE, all of those things. So your counselor helps you bring up your grades. She helps you with your academic work. All right. And then I have in there also, I have some Kleenex, and I talk about like sometimes, the counselor is where you may go when you just need to cry or just need to let out some of your emotions for a minute, because in class it's not always appropriate for you, and the teacher can't always stop when you're having a meltdown. So sometimes they'll call me, and it's okay for you to come and cry. And then one of the other things I had in my toolbox often was a little Dory. And I tell them that just like Dory keeps swimming, that the counselor helps you to keep trying and not give up, no matter what it is that you're trying to do, whether it's your work or sports or whatever, that the counselor is there for that. So after I would actually go over the toolbox and everything that's in it, on subsequent visits, when I would go back to the class, maybe I would just bring my little stuffed animal and I can say, now, who could tell me what the role of the counselor, what does this stuffed animal has to do with what I do in the school? And the students can go back and they think they have this visual and they have something to connect it to. Or I may say, what does this heart have to do with the counselor? And they say, because you love everybody. That's right, I do, kind of thing. And then I would bring stickers and maybe give them a sticker on their little hand or something to remember from time to time. But if I keep bringing that back and reminding them, hopefully they hear it enough so when they start having problems, maybe they know that a counselor is someone that they can talk to. So I hope that this was helpful for parents and for students as well. So here's a quick little overview that's on this little slide of what the counselor does in this little meet to get the counselor's toolbox. And there's a couple of things that's not on this list, like Dory and the Kleenex, because it just depends from year to year. I would kind of add and change up some things, but here's the gist of what the counselor does in a nutshell. So I hope that this is helpful. I will have this video available. If you find that it's helpful and you like it, please hit like, and also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see subsequent videos throughout the year to help you with everything. Thanks so much. Have a great day, guys.